Hi morning everybody, it's Nick. Here I am out on a glorious morning walk. It's really funny because it's, I don't know, 5 months maybe, I don't know how long it is since I've done these walks on my own, because since we went into lockdown, this is something the kids, my 3 children, have done with me every single day. And when, the school holiday date hit, we went from being, quite structured and doing homeschooling and having these walks every morning to actually enjoying the holidays. This is their last week of the holiday before they do actually properly go back to school, and they're all still in bed. And I've left them there because, it's fine. It's their last week of holiday, and I think we can. God, it's really hit me. We can get so wound up and stressed by routine and this optical illusion of expectations we put on ourselves, what we should or shouldn't be doing. And that's what hit me, is that it's almost become, it's like a really chronic addiction that we have as a human race to routine and control and knowing what's coming. And of course, life isn't like that. And the real trick, I think, to a more peaceful and contented life is actually going with the tide, not against it. So it's actually, ironically, giving up some of that control. And that's not to say, we shouldn't plan, or we shouldn't set ourselves a course, or be motivated towards something. But, it's very constrained, it's very limiting to be so wedded to a particular routine or outcome that we spend all of our energy when obstacles or challenges or circumstances change. We spend all of our energy fighting it, rather than, maybe stepping back and just being more curious and interested, and perhaps trying to detach ourselves a little bit from it and going, well, why is that happening? Should I be, looking at a different way? A classic example was when we went into lockdown. I was frantic the first couple of weeks. Really frantic. I didn't want to do homeschooling. I'm not a teacher. How am I going to get all my work done? I'd already spent, 9 years at home being a full-time mum, and, I'm just getting my career and my life in terms of a, professional career back on track, and now it's all going out the window, blah, blah, blah. And of course, none of that's actually true. That's just my perception of what was happening. And after the first couple of weeks, it became quickly very apparent that there was absolutely no point swimming against the tide. I was, as they say, pissing in the wind, because it was not something I was going to win, and it was going to be a complete and utter waste of my energy. So I very quickly made the decision, within that first 2 weeks, they say what you resist, you must go to, that this was the hand that was being dealt at this point in time. Nothing is permanent. Things will always pass. But right then, I did need to go with the tide, which meant I did need to set up somewhere being able to homeschool my children that suited them and suited me. And, what I do find very important is having some kind of structure and routine on a daily basis, so that we didn't really just turn I don't know what the word is, but so that we didn't just lose purpose, lose meaning. I felt very strongly that I needed to create that kind of purpose and meaning each day with my children. But one of the things we implemented early on was we weren't allowed to plan more than 24 hours ahead. So we were never allowed to look further than the next day. And even then, we would do a kind of almost like a prayers meeting in the morning, which is what we used to do at work when we were on big projects. Me and the kids, we'd get up at the same time each day in the week in lockdown, and over breakfast it'd be a kind of daily prayers, daily update, which was, okay, are we sticking to original plan, or have things changed? I.e., particularly when it got into May and the hot weather came, is it too hot for the dogs to go on a really long walk? That simple things like that. But that really trained us to let go of the addiction, the dogmatic addiction to a very fixed routine and very fixed outcomes, and to learn to have, I think, more intentions and a fluidity to the way we went. And for the last couple of weeks, I have, apart from swimming, I haven't been out on walks or runs, because I've been really cream crackered. And I think I've just been enjoying the fact that it's the holidays, it's August, and I think I maybe just needed some downtime. So the kids have actually, my elder two, my boys at secondary school, they've been taking the dogs out of an evening for me so they still get a walk. And you know, it's that little gremlin that starts in my head. Oh, you know, you're getting unfit, you're not sticking to your routine, you're letting it all go, you're never going to get it back, you know, you're going to turn into a couch potato, blah, blah, blah. There's that little gremlin. And you just have to say, do you know what, just shut the fuck up. Because the reality is, we are where we are. For whatever reason, and I think generally, if we're not sure about something, let's just look at our actions. Our actions generally tell us where we really want to spend our time. I was really, for all my get up and go, wanting to have some downtime, maybe just reflection time. Maybe I was just knackered. And then all of a sudden, yesterday, you know, just ding, I get up, my perspective's changed. I'm like, oh, Lils, let's go for a run. She's been running all the way through. She's been just so committed. And this morning, you know, ding, I was straight up, 5:30. Oh, I've got this, and you know, and just a completely different level of energy. And that is about swimming with the tide. That is about swimming with the tide. And I think that part of not doing that and being this chronic addiction we have to routine and control, which is just an illusion, means that not only do we get stressed when things don't go the way we want them to, or we think they should, we then spend what energy we do have perhaps trying to make ourselves go the wrong way, or not allowing ourselves to see other opportunities and other options. But perhaps most tragically of all, we miss actually living in the moment, because we're always thinking about the next thing, aren't we? Thinking about tomorrow, or when I get home, I'm being really strict with myself, so I'm having this walk and I am not allowing myself to buy into, when I get home, I need to get home and do it. I'm just going, do you know what, right now I'm just out having the walk, having a think, sending messages to people, catching up, and just enjoying this time and being at the moment. And whatever it is you're doing today, work, play, whatever, just try and go with the flow, go with the tide, because I think real success is when we are able to change and react and be flexible without having this this level of attachment that really harms us. We think it gives us stability and control, but it doesn't. It harms us. That's just my thoughts this morning, which I sincerely hope have used to somebody. Lots of love and have a great day. Bye.